off, and I've never had this happen before.
Okay. Well, we'll spend some time tonight having a look at it. All right, guys, here
Sounds
we go.
good.
Heading to game 2 on Northern Waters. Not fast, just furious, needing the win to stay alive and force a game 3. They have arrived on the
That's
board
right.
with Conqueror, Yamato, Des Moines, Venezia, Double Moskva, Gearing, Kleber, and Yu Yang. Not many changes, I don't think. The Moskvas, I feel like they had a Des Moines. Yeah, they've changed one of their Des Moines for a Moskva. Did they have double Des Moines last game? Yes.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did. So they've changed one of those out. Other than that, same lineup.
Yeah, and over on the TRETA side of things, we've got Montana, Kremlin, Des Moines, Salem, Venezia, Moskva, Gearing, Marceau, Yang. I feel like that's very similar as well.
Basically the same, I think. Yeah, more or less seems to be. Have a quick look at early deployment. Looks like we're sending Gearing Yang to A, Marceau to C. Gearing's angle, he might duck into B. We'll see what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Salem, Moskva, Venezia. Okay, yeah. And fairly even split, more or less. Now, I will say that right now, Furious is sending 5 ships to the ACAP at the moment. Now, we don't yet know that Moskva in the back. I have a hard time believing there. I'm surprised to see them sending both Moskvas the same direction.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Right now, they're sending all of their radar to the same side of the map. I find that really interesting. Well, we'll see how.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see that. So it's possible. Like you got the Des Moines and both Moskvas going that way. Maybe you set up one Moskva on the outside, on the inside. Let's say on the 4 line of this island at what is this about E3? Maybe you set him up here, and then while the Des Moines plays the top end of that same island with his guns into the ACAP. I don't know.
Yeah, you can. It's a possibility that they can do that, but I mean, everybody does that, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I just don't know that that's.
Furious is
Like,
Kleber.
oh, look at this Des Moines.
Oh, big hit.
Maj Dugard just getting hammered
Somebody
from early spots.
somebody just clapped that guy early. Kleber diving the island in the B cap. He is going to pick that up. They're not going to be able to reset him in time as he turns on the jets to bail. Now he cannot see Stuka's gearing. Stuka's gearing. Maybe he can now, just very briefly. Yep, Stuka decides to smoke rather than risk getting shot.
That's pretty smart. Although here comes the radar saying
radar going up now on Stuka's gearing. They're going to be able to push him back away from that kind of cheeky play into the side of the ACAP there that he was angling for. He's not going to get it. Some widespread torps going out on the Kleber, but I suspect he's fast enough that he'll be long out of the way before those arrive.
Yeah, widespread makes sense because the Kleber is so fast, you might get lucky and catch him sideways. Like, what might happen here?
He's fine.
Nope.
He's fine. Well, Furious, like last game, picking up a couple of early caps here. They grabbed B very decisively. Looks like they're on track to grab C. The T-Rex radar on the Salem is not going to be enough to pick up Nep's Yu Yang here on the top of the cap. So there they go. Speaking of big hits, Belgrano's Moskva, they're taking a good Venezia hit very early. Lots of firepower for both teams at the A cap.
Mm-hmm.
They managed to get some resets on Ken's Yu Yang there. They must have him Des Moines radar. Let's see. Yeah, Des Moines radar. There's a Des Moines in that smoke cloud. They're going to beat the crap out of him and drive him off the cap.
I'm looking over at Charlie Cap, and TRETA is pushing up with all forces, getting Nep out of that whole area.
I see that.
That's going to allow them to capture C.
Well, and then the gearing has gotten onto the bottom end of B as Arethrin's Kleber is having to turn around to go back and try and contest.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 minutes gone, and Furious jumps out to an early 75-ish point lead, but right now, TRETA trying to turn the caps around, although I will say that Furious is trading super well at the A cap. Like, they've beat the crap out of the DM and the Yu Yang here.
Well, there was that initial spot where he got slapped, and then I think, unfortunately, when you have a plan and then you encounter that enemy and you lose a big chunk of your point pool, that plan isn't going to work so well anymore.
Indeed. What's the old saying? No plan survives first contact.
That's right.
Rethren's Kleber trying to push out Stuka's gearing at B as he at least dives back into the cap, trying to starts flipping that around.
Braxton just took a pretty decent chunk from the Kremlin.
That's the second chunk that Braxton has taken. He took a good chunk right as he got up to that island earlier.
Now Theron going right back in with the Kleber and the B, saying, "Oh, I'll just take this right from you again."
Yep. But now they know where he is. I think are they blind to firing him? No, they can see him. The Salem has him spotted on the surface, or did.
He probably opened up, and now he's paying the price for opening up.
Now you will pay the price for your lack of vision.
That's right.
Salem continuing to lob shells in there, just fishing for him. They know he's in the vicinity. They can see him. How can they spot this dude?
If they're in?
No, hang on. I'm sorry. Yeah, they can see him.
Kleber's being spotted by the gearing probably right now.
Oh, that's right. I see it now. Stuka's gearing, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Braxton onto the top end of A. Nobody in a position to spot him or radar him, so they will be able to, Furious will be able to bag that cap very quickly. Rethren's just getting focused and hammered.
Well, yeah. And he's opening up his guns too, so he's basically
he's just inviting them to kill him. Like, there's a time and a place to use the Kleber guns, and right now is not it.
No.
Kremlin shells coming into him as he gives him an angle. Yeah, another 3K. He is finally dark, but he's effectively out of the fight. There's no way they can risk pushing him back into B again, not if they want to keep that ship on the board.
Right.
Once again, Furious trading decently here. They're up a little on health, but their destroyer play kind of rough right now. 2 of their destroyers definitely on the low side. TRETA has done a much better job of preserving the health of their DDs, and they do have a cap advantage to boot.
Yep. Now this Venezia just made Inky, and I'm not sure why he decided to smoke and turn like this. I'm trying to follow his shells to get an idea of what he's looking to accomplish here. He's got a good shot on
the Salem, it looks like.
He shot the Conqueror.
Which one are you looking at?
Venezia over at A, sorry. Venezia over at A.
You're looking at Mizomo.
Yeah.
Okay. Right as you were talking about that, the Vet Bubbles over here.
Oh, you're right.
Has also been sitting in smoke, but he's taking shots at a bow on Salem, which is not going to feel very amazing. Yeah, there you go.
Smoking. I like it.
He's better off taking shots under the Moskva, which he's just done.
Yep.
That's a much nicer hit on the Moskva. Well, it was very furious there for a while. See what I did? But with 8 minutes gone, TRETA has moved out to a 100-point lead here on the strength of their cap advantage.
Yep. Joe might take a torpedo.
He's going to take... look at that. Look at those Euro beats. Look at that. Well done. Now,
Braxton, though...
Yeah. I was just fixing to say, Braxton now moving A to B. He doesn't have a ton of support out here, and he's already at a health disadvantage with a Yang and a Kremlin in his face. In fact, the Kremlin is almost able to detect him in that position.
Yes.
In fact, in a minute, when he stumbles across Stuka's gearing, this is going to get interesting. This is going to get interesting. There it is. Contact. As he fires, he needs to smoke. There it is. There's the smoke. He's going to take some damage for his trouble. Both of them smoking now.
I'm surprised that the Kremlin wasn't ready for this.
I am too, actually, but it is what it is.
Let's see if those torpedoes hit home.
One of the things that
the Kremlin...
Oh, he backed way out. But one of them is going to hit the Yang.
Oh!
Wasn't even aiming for it. Now, one of the things I want to point out there, Zath, real briefly, I do not like what these guys, what Furious has done with their Moskva and their Des Moines position, right? They're both chilling around over here on the A cap. There's no destroyers in range of either ship.
Gamer kept losing half his health for that decision.
Just took a big hit from the Kremlin.
I agree. They shouldn't both be there.
Yeah. First blood does go to Furious here as they push Braxton aggressively into the B cap. They have a lead. No, they don't have a lead. Sorry. They're trying to pick up a lead. Halfway mark of the match. Furious up a kill. About to be up a cap. They will bag it, but then Stuka's gearing will immediately get back on it and hold those points in place. Stopping things at about a 50-ish point gap between the two teams. See, now they really need Joe Cool's Moskva with his bow up here into the, pointing into the B cap where they can do something with his radar.
Yep. He's just way too far back.
Yeah. Now are the gearings going to proxy each other? And yes, they are. Both gearings now proxy spotting each other through the island. That is a bad place for Braxton to be with a Salem looking the Salem and a Kremlin looking right at him. Oh! The Kremlin just took 4,000 of his remaining HP away, and the Salem is sure to finish. Salem is sure to finish the deal. Yep. Braxton picks up the cap, but it's going to cost him his ship. There it goes.
And the Venezia gets the kill.
From like 20 kilometers away. Yeah, literally 19 and change.
In competitive, look at the Amato Stug. Why was he there?
Where was he?
Sea cap, the northern part of sea.
They pushed him into the cap? What?
Yeah.
Why you do this? Why you do this? I really like. Oh man, I look at some of Furious's positioning choices and I go, oh, I like that. And then every now and then they do something and you're like, wait, why did you do that?
Right? Well, and like over at A, they won A. So
yeah. So why are all those ships still there?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, TRETA right now up 250 points, on track to win in about 2.5 minutes. They have a cap advantage and a ship lead here. Deepwater Torp's going in on 404's not 404 Salem. This could be catastrophic. He's out. He's going to eat them all.
Oh,
that's a huge kill for Furious. It really, I was about to say it opens up the sea cap, but TRETA still has a Moskva over there.
Right.
This is one of those situations that, gosh, don't you wish you still had a Yamato over here to punish the Moskva?
Seriously.
Yeah, I still wish I still had that Yamato on the board.
And we're not seeing much mileage out of Prince again in that Conqueror.
No, it just feels like the Conqueror is playing so cautiously because he knows how soft the ship is that they're just not getting effective fire out of him. I mean, Furious still has a health advantage. They're tied on ships. They're down 200 points. This is not a game they are out of. But but it feels like they're kind of playing like it, right?
Oh, absolutely, yes. So what's Furious's path of victory here? I mean they're shoving this Moskva in, but by himself. And I kind of feel like we need to push at Bravo as well.
This Moskva is all by himself. Is the Kremlin looking at him? Yeah. The Kremlin's backing up to basically end this Moskva's game. And he's going to be able to do it, too. Here comes the salvo.
Here it comes.
He gets 6 of them out. He shorts them all. What in the heck is happening? Oh, man,
he's got to be screaming right now in voice chat.
What am I watching, Zath? So if you so if you're Furious, like they've got right now, I don't like this play, but I feel like it's what they have. The Conqueror needs to get into B, like he's there. Push the Conqueror and the Des Moines into B. Use the Des Moines radar to push the gearing out. Either kill the gearing or at least get him out of there. That stems the bleeding. Right now they have 60 seconds. They have to make a play. Now, if they kill the Kremlin along the way to making this play, hey, bonus time, baby. And Kremlin is low enough that it might happen.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like they were listening to us earlier because the Des Moines and Conqueror both turned around. Interestingly enough, the Moskva is still kiting away up there. Where are you going?
You're not going to be useful in that position, dude.
No.
Like, Joe's done a brilliant job of living and staying in the game, but man, it's push time, kids.
That's right.
It's
and
time.
You can't
now,
push in reverse.
Now, to their credit, Furious is now on all the caps. Nep is in a duel with the Marceau that he has to win, and he can't because the Marceau's behind the island.
There goes the Moskva.
Oh, who'd they lose? They lost the Moskva on the A line, on the 1 line. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So literally the next thing that dies, the next Furious ship that dies will end the game, despite the fact that they have a cap lead. And it's going to be Nep.
It's about to happen.
It's going to be Nep, and there it is.
Wow.
That was a winnable game for Furious, huh?
Absolutely, yeah.
They sent all this force to A, they won hard at A, and it just felt like they took too long to redeploy those ships back to where they would be useful again. Whereas TRETA sent ships to A, didn't win it, and was like, fine, F it, threw in the towel, and immediately redeployed their stuff.